Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am your host, BKP.
I'm James.
Good morning. Hold on, let me turn the volume down here. There you go. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. I'm just trying to go through all of my Russia updates from Russia with love. How do you reach? It's election day, November 7th, 2017. In a minute, I found, let me get my glasses on. I think I know what that says across the room, but I never know when Sam's going to slip something in and I gotta find something new on the screen. You can contact us at chief@fetchernews.com. That's chief@fetchernews.com. You can always call our show, text us. That's our 24-hour news line, 706-889-9700. Follow us on Twitter at Fetcher News, at FYN-TV, and also our sports department at Team FYN Sports. So you can check us out there. You can go, and we would like you to wait a minute. I got it. I have a video up that I was playing here. I had to turn off. Follow us on YouTube. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, FYN-TV, Fetcher News, and it'll tell you anytime we're live or we post anything. Rose, explain to me FYN-TV Facebook page, right? You told me that also, right?
Yes. If you go to our Facebook page, FYN-TV, then you can also click on the left-hand side. We have a YouTube tab, and you can see every video that's posted on our YouTube page, and you can also subscribe and like it.
So go to FYN-TV Facebook page. That's the FYN-TV Facebook page, and you can hit YouTube. We have it loaded there, and you'll see every video and subscribe from our Facebook page. So there's multiple ways. Now it's election day, and I was going through. I found the one thing we're going to talk about elections. From Blue Ridge to Hiawassee to Dawsonville City Council. We have elections across the state of Georgia. A big one on the national stage that's being watched is the blue, purple / red used to be state, Virginia. Virginia is a very confusing state right now because if you get north, start up from Richmond up 95 and you get into that area in that beltway around D.C., it has become awful blue because the blue money flowed from D.C. down into that region. So if you get in that area, it's awful blue. But there's still Western Virginia, out. We call it the Interstate 81 side, Bristol, Virginia. Those areas. If you get out that way, it gets very red. So we'll see today, but that is a race we're going to talk about in just a minute. I'm going to get in trouble because I don't think this is going to go well, but I just couldn't help myself, right? I mean, it's just one of those things, couldn't help myself, so plan on a little bit of trouble. Carla's Corner, we will not have Carla's Corner today. We're going to have a real estate segment with Alicia Edwards, but we want to send our thoughts and prayers over to the chamber over here, the Gilmer Chamber. They're just going through some things. They had some people sick, some people in the hospital. Don't want to highlight anybody that may not want their name out there, but they're just going through a couple things, and Carla has to man the office. So Carla has to go to the office this morning. She's not going to be able to be here. So our normal 8:30 segment, we will have a real estate segment with Alicia Edwards at 8:30. So the one thing I found on Facebook that I really, sometimes it's annoying. Now, wait a minute. Now, stay with me a minute. Sometimes it's annoying, and sometimes, it's interesting. What your memories on Facebook. So I go on Facebook this morning, and it says, your memories on Facebook. Brian, we care about you. I'm for sure you do. I'm for sure Zuckerberg could not get his day started. and the memories you share here, we thought you would like to look back on this post from 5 years ago. So 5 years ago is 2012. Barack Obama, right, is going into his second term, I guess, right? 2012. So this is what popped up that your host wrote. November, I can just go ahead and share it with you. November 7th, 2012. The election did not change one thing for me. This is 2012. The election did not change one thing for me. I was broke yesterday. I'm still broke today. The stock market could go up 1,000 points or down 1,000 points. I don't know the difference. So that was what I wrote. It's November 7th, 2012. The election didn't change one thing for me. I was broke yesterday. I'm still broke today. The stock market can go up 1,000 points or down 1,000 points. I don't know the difference. So that was my memory on election day, November 7th, 2012. All right, now back to the show. Should I get in trouble now or go into the election? Let's just go ahead and get in trouble right from the start, okay? Now, what's the big deal? Let's just go ahead with it, because I'm going through yesterday all the news, and then I get up early this morning. I'm going through article after article. And I'm thinking, okay, now I'm waiting for like the James Bond kind of movies to come out of the Trump administration. I mean, I, for one, hope we don't lose the country, because, I mean, we're in a mess. We're in a total mess financially. We're broke. We're tearing down our history as fast as we can with Confederate statues. We'll talk about that in just a minute. I mean, we're in a mess. We're just total mess, all right? Our education system, we love our teachers. We do love our teachers out there, okay? We know a lot of our local educators, and we love them, and we know nationally we have a lot of great educators out there, but our education system, we're just a mess, total mess, right? So the one thing that you're really sitting around hoping for, maybe not, we find out Kevin Spacey's been raping young men, for years, right? He's 14 years. Yeah, I mean, hey, just say it, right? So we don't have any House of Cards coming up. Jack on 24 is gone. I mean, Jack Bauer there's no 24. So what are we going to watch to save the world? We got Trump. I mean, the next James Bond, Trump, right? So Netflix, House of Cards, I'm telling you, out of this administration, if this guy gets 8 years, you're telling me that we don't have some movies, some James Bond type stuff, a whole new series like House of Cards? I mean, we got names like Carter Page, Wilbur Ross. Every time they say Wilbur Ross on TV, don't you want somebody to say Wilbur? Don't you want somebody to do that every time they do Wilbur? I'm sorry. I know I'm silly, right? Wilbur Ross. I want to do that every time they say that. We'll talk about that in a minute. But check out, I just got to do it. Sam, I got to do it. I got to do it. Check out Hope Hicks in a tuxedo. Oh, man. I mean, just saying. That's Donald Trump. That's your communication director for state dinner in Japan. Hope Hicks shows up tuxedo. She's 28 years old. Okay? I know. I'm in trouble. I understand. Now, let me go with another one that's definitely I'm going to get in trouble over. Okay, let's just go with Hope Hicks number 2 there, Sam. Now, this is Hope Hicks number 2 right there. That's the second one. If you notice, Steve Bannon's actually really enjoying talking to this young lady. Okay. And there's Priebus, and is that the Jew that wrote the speech? What's his name again? Don't get into, hey, the news network over in Israel said, who is the Jew that wrote Donald Trump's UN speech? I forget his name. There's Priebus. But boy, I tell you what, Bannon's focused in, is he not? Right? I know. I just had to go for this. Because this is the communication director, Hope Hicks. Now, this is This is Barack Obama's communication director. Was. Jennifer Palmieri, is that her name? Yeah, that's just saying. Trump. I mean, tell me this is go one more time. If I'm in trouble, I'm going for it. Go one more time with the tuxedo. You remember what used to be my favorite picture, Sam? Yeah. Do you? This might be my new favorite picture. This is a Trump. This is definitely James Bond movie stuff, and she is in the room at the Japanese state dinner where President Donald Trump. The media doesn't know what to do. Now you might as well take that down. I'm in trouble enough already. I mean, women, I'm in so much trouble now because I compared her to Jennifer Palmieri, Obama's communication director. Big trouble. Now, you're going to hear throughout the news all day long. Carter Page, you're going to hear throughout the news. Wilbur Ross, you're going to hear these things all day. But what we want to focus on this morning is we're going to start with the Virginia race. So let's put up Ed Gillespie. This is the candidate for governor. This is the Virginia, and this is what the media will try to spin no matter what. Okay, here's Ed Gillespie. He is the quintessential establishment Republican. Now, they have tried to sell him several different ways in Virginia. Okay, if Gillespie loses, we'll get into that a little more tomorrow. If he loses, I think Gillespie wins, and I'll explain why. But this is Ed Gillespie, Republican candidate for governor in Virginia. And then you have Ralph Northam. All right. Show Ralph Northam. Okay. Do you have him there? It's real easy. It says Ralph. Just says Ralph. You got Ralph. I only say you one picture that says Ralph. I mean, how many Ralph? So this is a Democrat candidate, okay? This is Virginia. This is a Democrat candidate. Now, Real Clear Politics, okay? And I have told you this how many times, all right? Real Clear Politics has a 2-point, okay? A 2-point strategy. Do you have internet over there? I do not. Rose, can you go? Do you have internet, Rose? Hold on. Do you have internet, Rose? How hard is this? You don't have internet, but she does, right? Okay, Rose, do me a favor. Go in the office over here where it's on the top. You know what I'm talking about? Not in the control room, in the office. Over here. Reset that. See if resetting that works. Folks, let us take just a brief break. I mean, our streaming is fine, but we have another internet connection. And let us take just a brief break. We'll come right back and we'll get into the Virginia race. That's what we're going to do. We're going to reset our internet. Won't take but a second. You're out there. Take about a 2-minute break, Sam. Let me reset this.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff. Broken Bull, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing, is locally owned and operated. Our Simply Noel selection is the largest around. We have a great selection of unique clothing and several lines to choose from for men and women. We carry a beautiful variety of handmade jewelry from Blessed Be and others. All kinds of gifts, starting to carry shoes this fall as well. Come visit us on your next trip to Blue Ridge. We can't wait to meet you at Broken Bull, located in downtown Blue Ridge. Papa's Pizza to Go in downtown Blue Ridge is the best in the area all-you-can-eat buffet. Call ahead or order online now at papaspizzatogo.com. Use our convenient pickup window for the best in pizza, subs, wings, breadsticks, salads, and more. And be sure to check out our lively game room. We serve lunch and dinner, catering available, take out or dine in. Papa's Pizza to Go in Blue Ridge, proud sponsors of the Fannin County Rebels. The Tupelo Tea Mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown.
Sorry about that, folks. Had a the router. We had to reset the router. We have two internet connections here. One for the show in the office, and then so we had to reset the router. Sorry for the brief delay. Now let's go back to Virginia. I'm your host, BKP. Today's big race there. Ed Gillespie. Just one more time. He's the Republican candidate for governor there in Virginia. Ed Gillespie, and you have. Ralph Northam, I think he is actually the lieutenant governor. Now, I'm going to go into a couple things here that we're going to see in Virginia. Virginia can tell us a lot about what's going on because we have a very strong, remember, we have a very strong rural areas of Virginia, but there's a lot of people that are very quiet that are not happy about the Confederate monuments being removed and what took place. Now, can that be an issue enough? Let's go ahead and take him down unless we could put up Gillespie side by side or something because I don't want to have to look at him. But Monmouth poll, this is some of the Virginia governor polls out here. Gillespie versus Northam. The Monmouth poll, Northam is 47. Gillespie's 45, okay? Northam has a 2-point advantage, okay? Fox News has Northam 48, Gillespie 43, okay? A 5-point. Quinnipiac has 9-point advantage for Northam. The polling company has a 1-point advantage for Northam. And so anyhow, we're looking at an average of about 3 probably, okay? I have always said there's a good 5%, okay? We're going to go with 5% today, of people that will not tell a pollster. We're going to go with 5. We're going to stay with 5. They will not tell a pollster they're supporting. All right, they're supporting the Republican candidate or support, Donald Trump. I say it's as high as 5%. If you look at the way that Trump supporters have been attacked in the media, if you look at how they've been treated, all right, I feel it's a strong 5%. So I, for one, want to make sure it's understood. I'm not an Ed Gillespie fan, okay? I want to be clear on that. Ed Gillespie is not my strongest candidate. But we want to win Virginia. You and I want to win Virginia out there. If you're a Republican, if you're a conservative, you want to win Virginia. So Edward Gillespie, okay, he's a lobbyist. He's a Republican. He was the 61st chair of the Republican National Committee. He was a counselor to George W. Bush administration. In 2012, Gillespie was a senior member of Mitt Romney's presidential campaign. Okay, so this guy is he is the establishment Republican poster child. I mean, I'm sorry whether you like it or not, Ed Gillespie. not the worst guy in the world. Okay, he worked on the contract with America. He worked with House Majority Leader Dick Armey from Texas, which I always liked Dick Armey from Texas. So we're not calling him the worst Republican candidate ever, but, you know, he's no Steve Bannon candidate, although Bannon did endorse him. Now, that being said, you got to remember in Virginia, this guy by Mark Warner, the guy we see on TV all the time, Mark Warner, senator from Virginia, that is leading the way as hard as he can against Trump with the Russian collusion investigation. Mark Warner, Ed Gillespie, only lost to him by 0.8%. 0.8% is it in the state of Virginia for U.S. Senate when he ran. So you have two candidates. You have Ralph Northam, who is a U.S. Army veteran. Okay, he is the lieutenant governor of Virginia right now as we speak. Okay, and he voted for George W. Bush. He's gotten a lot of criticism for voting for George W. Bush, I think twice. All right, and. But that being said, this guy right here is lieutenant governor. So they both have won state races. Means the state of Virginia has decided the entire state to vote for them. Well, Gillespie didn't win the state race, but they both run state races. They're well known across the state. So what will divide this campaign? Okay? What will do that? Will there be enough? And I'm trying to find my article here. Lynchburg, Virginia. A statue of George Morgan Jones, a Confederate soldier who helped establish Randolph College, is gone from the school's campus. The college has no connection to the Confederacy, and thus the presence of the statue glorifying a Confederate soldier has now obviously has no obvious place on campus, said President Bradley Bateman. There's a list that goes on and on. You can find this on the internet of all of the statues that have been removed throughout Virginia and throughout the United States, erasing our Confederate history, our history as a country of where we come from. Do you think that plays a big enough role today? Do you think so? Do you think Richmond, the Confederate capital, do you think it's going to be strong enough in the suburbs of Richmond to say, you know what, we've had enough? See, I think today, and this is my, and I'll take us to break right after this, but I think today that Ed Gillespie wins. I just want to go out there on that. Ed Gillespie wins. Maybe poetic justice, is that what they call it? But I don't know. Maybe he wins by 0.8%. He lost by 0.8% last time. Maybe he only wins by 0.8%. But I think that Virginia is about to go with Ed Gillespie today. That's what I think. I think the rural areas of Virginia will come out like they've never come out before. I think when you get down around, I think when you start on Interstate 85 all the way up from Winchester, Virginia, and you start all the way down 81, Interstate 81, not 85, down through there, Wytheville, Virginia, and on down through there. I think if you go left and right of there, I think as you go out towards D.C., Lynchburg area, I think the rural area of Virginia will come out so strong because they're not going to tell pollsters on the phone. Pollsters of yesterday are a thing of the past, is my opinion. We will see. We'll see today. So Virginia, I think, goes for Ed Gillespie, and that's all there is to it. I think it will. We'll see what happens. What do you think? Do you think Virginia will vote for Ed Gillespie today over the Democrat Ralph Northam? Do you think this past week the Donna Brazile book has hurt the Democrats enough in Virginia? Will that be what they hang their hat on if they lose tonight? What will Democrats do? Okay? Will this be a referendum on the midterms? What happens tonight for Democrats if Ed Gillespie wins and all of a sudden the Donna Brazile book and all of a sudden everything is taking place in the Democrat Party? Is this the biggest one? See, we thought the Georgia 6th district was the biggest national race. So let's see, because I mean, there's people in Virginia that still want to be considered a southern state and a red state. So let's see what happens after today. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. The polls are open. The polls are open. The old-fashioned six-pack election day is on its way. Do you figure out what that means? We call it the old-fashioned six-pack. Election day is on its way. The polls are open. Be careful in some of these small towns from the drivers. I'm going to estimate, I'm going to estimate there's at least 10 cars at Blue Ridge alone that is scouring every neighborhood. And if you are registered to vote, they're telling you they will drive you to the poll. Guarantee it. As Dad used to say, I'm going to throw the guarantee. I ain't going to guarantee. I'm going to guarantee this. You understand? I bet you there's at least 10 cars in the city of Blue Ridge just dedicated. I mean, hell, Blue Ridge, it's easier to get a ride. Let's see, should have been my top 10 list. I should have, Sam, why didn't I write a Blue Ridge top 10 list today? It's going to be easier to get a ride to the polls and a six-pack on the way home than to get an Uber. Yeah, you won't. Yeah, I mean, how many people? Right? What did I do? I didn't do anything. I mean, it's election day. I'm not saying what side, what candidates. I didn't say one. I'm just saying be careful out there. The traffic's going to be heavy in the city of Blue Ridge. So we'll talk about that when we come back. Also, congratulations to the Pickens Dragons. I don't know. This is to all my Pickens Dragons high school football fans, okay? Love the team, love the guys, but the Dragons are going down Friday night to play Cartersville. And if you have not had an opportunity to watch Trevor Lawrence, okay? So let me just tell you what your Pickens Dragons, you need to go down there so you can pray for them. I'm not joking, man. You need to be in the bleachers, Dragon fans, so you can be looking right down the field and your prayers can go directly down to those guys in the green uniforms. Okay? Then, because you don't want anybody hurt. We don't want anybody hurt Friday night. Then you need to sit back and watch Trevor Lawrence, a future NFL quarterback at work at Cartersville. But congratulations to the Pickens Dragons. I think this is the fourth consecutive year in postseason. They won last night to clinch the fourth spot in Quad A Region 6. We're going to take a break. When we return, I did a little segment with Alicia Edwards. She's going to be our real estate segment. And then right after that, we're going to talk about Blue Ridge only, Blue Ridge City election, Hiawassee City election, more about the national elections. Jane Whaley, what did the Supreme Court? Can she be on the ballot today? What's going on with that? We're going to talk about that. Carter Page, Wilbur Ross, the presidents in Asia. Saudi Arabia accuses Iran of, maybe initiating war. A lot going on, folks. I'm your host, BKP. Sam, take us to break.
I'm Nathan Fitz. I'm running for post 5 seat of the Blue Ridge City Council race. So I appreciate your support on November 7th. So you are in my everyday office, as I like to call it, here at Remax Town & Country, Nathan Fitz and team. We are a full-service real estate brokerage, and I've been doing this for about 20 years now, and I love what I do. I have a passion for this. The people and the friends that I have made from all over the world over the years has really been great. I'm actually glad that you came in this office today, because if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to show you something that motivates me every day, and it's kind of new, so it's fun to me. But behind me there is a new piece of art that I have, and it says, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it says, "You can't deposit excuses." And I put that up there because it's a good motivation for me every single day, and it helps me push through when things get a little bit crazy around here, which tends to happen. But I also think it could relate well to the council race, because there's a lot of excuses going around out there, which a lot of you may know. And at this point, I think everybody's in agreement. We all just need to unify. We need to come together. We need to make Blue Ridge better for the residents, for the businesses. And so I thought that would, be very pertinent to the race as well.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Days Chevrolet in Jasper is dropping the hammer. Over $11,000 off MSRP on new Silverados. Just look what we've done to the price on this new LT Crew Cab. Save over $11,000 and pay just $32,500. And Days Chevy is dropping the hammer in a big way on all new Chevy Malibus. Save over $6,500 and pay just $17,900. The savings are real and they're big at Days Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air,
Hey folks, I'm BKP and I'm here with Alicia Edwards, and we're talking about Century 21 in the mountains. Hello Alicia, how are you?
Hey Brian, I'm good. How are you?
Well, I see you have the scarf.
Yes.
We've been getting the jackets out. Now last weekend I got all the totes out that have the sweatshirts, my 20 sweatshirts, 19 of them say Georgia or something, better not say that. But I got my 20 sweatshirts out and sweaters and and put the spring stuff away. But that's also for the house also. It's this time of year, energy saving tips in the winter. And you've wrote a couple things that it's time to look at for saving money around the house this winter.
Yes.
What are some of those things?
Some of the things that you can do are free and can save you quite a bit of money. One of the things that you can do are trim the branches around the windows or shrubbery or whatever it is that kind of grows up over the summertime. Trim those limbs back and you'll let in the natural light and the warmth. So it makes your house brighter, it saves you some money, and you have that natural warmth from the sun.
So as much light as you can let in during the day, you may retain some of that warmth.
Yes.
What are some of the other things that you could possibly do throughout the winter? And these are all inexpensive little things that you can do to save energy and keep the house a little warmer.
Right. Just your general housekeeping, that you can dust your light bulbs. I know it kind of sounds funny or corny, but they do get dusty, which causes it to kind of dim. And you can go in, dust your light bulbs, and it brightens up your house, which prevents you from turning on other lights in the house, and can save you up to 30% on your energy bill. Isn't that something?
Well, it's interesting you said that, because there's one particular corner of our house where, like, I take all the covers off and the lights off, and I wash them and put them back, and then I think, oh wow, you really can see over there.
Mm-hmm.
So that I will say yes. That is one that sounds simple, might sound silly, but it does work.
Yes. Another thing you can do is to lower the temperature on your water heater. If you lower 10 degrees, you can save up to 3 to 5% off of your energy bill just by lowering the temperature of your water heater. I like to take really hot showers, so this one I kind of frown upon, but it could save you money on your bill. So
what are some of the other things? Now, I'm okay with the not extremely hot water. So if you don't like, and some people out there, no disrespect, you may not realize that you have that setting on your water heater. Mm-hmm. If you go check that, it may have been set for several years or a long time, and you didn't realize you could turn it down just a little.
Right.
I'm okay with the hot shower, but extremely hot. So just a couple degrees can change your electric bill just like that.
Yep, just like that. Check for leaks or cracks and that type of stuff in your baseboards, your window sills, your fireplace vents, anywhere where the outside has a hole, the inside has a hole to the outside, seal those up. You can save up to 10% on your electric bill just by those things. And
this time of year, it's really important. If you're out there and you have a home with a fireplace in there, it's very important to do a fireplace inspection.
Absolutely.
Basically every year, and have it checked out, is it not?
Yes, it is. It is not only just for energy saving, but just for life saving and house saving, because you don't want to burn your house down.
No, you certainly don't want to do that. So let me ask you, did you do all the switching of the, I see you have the scarf, did you switch and get the sweatshirts out this past weekend?
Yes, I have come back from the Caribbean, so I had all my shorts and stuff, and then I had to bundle up because we had snow Sunday, and it was really cold.
Oh, so are you one of those that put a picture of the snowflake on the internet and said? I
didn't put a picture, but I did say, "Holy cow, it's snowing."
Okay. Because I'm not laughing at the people out there that enjoyed it, but in North Georgia, and that's a great thing about, Century 21 in the mountains is just that. We can get some snow throughout the winter. We have the 4 seasons that are absolutely beautiful up here. Absolutely. It's a great reason to come. How do people get in touch with you? I think it's on the screen, but also how do people get in touch with you if they want to talk to you about a home you have listed or listing their home today?
You can always call me at 678-622-0302. and email me right there with my email address. And then my website's AliciaEdwardsRealtor.com.
You have a house. It's 34 Ridgeview Court here in LJ that
Yes.
you're highlighting today. We have that house. Do we have any pictures available when you see when those come up? Can you tell us a little bit about this? This is 34 Ridgeview Court, LJ, Georgia. Tell us a little bit about this property.
This cabin, it was built in 1995, but it is in immaculate condition. And it's in beautiful Walnut Mountain, gated community. A lot of great folks that live up in there. This will be great for a weekend home, a summer home, getaway. You can even put it in a rental program. We've just lowered the price to $137,900. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, and it's perfect. It's quaint.
So now, how do they get in touch with you? One more time, put that up, and to get a opportunity to go look at this property.
Give me a call. My phone number is 678-622-0302. You can email me or check out my website at AliciaEdwardsRealtor.com.
And you also will be glad to list somebody's property if they want that also, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So, absolutely. That's our word of the day. We'll stay with that. This is Alicia Edwards, Century 21 in the Mountains. Absolutely. She would love to list your home today or sell you a home. Check out her website. Call her today. The number is on the screen. And thank you for several of these little tips that, we don't think about it, but they are little things that change it up throughout the winter that can save you $10-15.
Yeah, or a little more.
Well, 10, then you can put it in the gas tank and go somewhere. Thank you, Alicia. I'm your host, BKP. And don't forget, find Alicia Edwards, Century 21 in the Mountains. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
When I think about our day and the time we've spent together and going to sit down at a couple of your business, everything you do surrounds this city. Live, eat, sleep, work, it surrounds the city of Blue Ridge.
It does. I actually always say this is a live, work, play lifestyle in downtown Blue Ridge.
What are some of the things, if you're sitting out here, you think about as issues if elected city council member?
Well, first of all, if I could tell you all the things I thought about on this porch, I would go on for days. This is a great thinking porch, but I think to put things into perspective, this is the surface view that everybody sees of Blue Ridge, and our residents, the people who come and visit Blue Ridge. But the thing that has me most concerned and that we really need to focus on are the things that are not surface view, the things that are underground. We've got a lot of issues with our sewer system right now. We have the new water plant in the city of Blue Ridge, which is great. Payments are going to have to start on it soon, but we really need to update and repair our infrastructure. We've got a lot of flooding going on in downtown Blue Ridge, which I know a lot of people are concerned about. So, Blue Ridge today is beautiful as people walk by, but there's a lot of things in the city as far as the infrastructure, planning, zoning, issues like that if we're going to keep Blue Ridge the wonderful place that it is, that we've really got to focus on over the next few years.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia: Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today. Folks, we are back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only online live morning show. Looking for my pair of glasses. I must have went and oh, here they are, right here in front of me. No, there was no election bet. Okay? First of all, if you would like to text the show, 706-889-9700. 706-889-9700. Email chief@fetchernews.com. Also follow us on Twitter @FetcherNews, @FYNTV. Our sports department @TeamFYN Sports. Follow us, and also our YouTube page. That is YouTube, FYNTV Fetcher News. So you can get in touch with us. Rose is over there waiting for anything that you put up on social media. And so while we were away there for a couple minutes, we got a text message that maybe I should review some of the campaign bets. There was no bet. I want to be clear on this, okay? I am tired of the haircut comments. No, Sam, I'm tired. You and Rose. I'm tired of it. I'm tired.
Just because you and Ken didn't shake on it doesn't mean there wasn't a bet offered.
The bet was offered. That's right. You're right.
But you didn't agree.
That's exactly right.
But you still need a haircut.
Nobody asked you.
Oh, yes. Lots of people did. Maybe not you, but other people did.
Okay, so no, I did not bet Ken Gaddis that if he wins today in the Blue Ridge City Council election that I would get a haircut. I did not bet that. 2, I just ordered some old school sweatbands. You remember in the 70s? In the 70s, we had the red, white, and blue sweatbands. I just ordered some of those, and I just ordered tube socks to go with it. Yeah. I'm going to have the sweatband and the tube socks. And, yeah, that's it. And Chuck Taylor Converse. That's going to be the new show attire. So let's just go over real quick. The polls are open in Blue Ridge today for election. That's been a contested race. I told you yesterday, that's a door-to-door race. It's really a door-to-door race. The candidates... my opinion, that went door to door, knocked on the doors, and looked at the voters and said, vote for me. Those are the ones that will probably come out, that convinced the voters to come out, will come out on top today in Blue Ridge. I'm not joking. I will say there's probably about 10 cars, if not more, going around checking. There'll be people going around door to door checking to see if somebody needs a ride. to the polling station there at City Hall, Blue Ridge City Hall. That will last until 7 o'clock tonight when polls close. The estimates we have with the early voting, because they have to do a verification, it's like 2 envelopes, one with the signature that they have to verify, and then after that they have to verify the vote. So I'm thinking that it will probably be close to 8:30 before we have final results, maybe about 8:30. Maybe sooner, but there has to be the verification on the early voting. Has to be done, and also the absentee or anything like that. So polls close at 7, probably verification of everything about 8:30. We will have people there, fetchyournews.com, and we will be posting as soon as numbers come in. So for the very first accurate results, you go to fetchyournews.com, click on Fannin County. We have a page ready today that you will be able to see that'll have every candidate's name, total votes. We'll put out the absentee. We'll give you the total of the absentee ballots, total of the early votes, and then the total that comes in today, winners and losers. We have for mayor, Brendan Doyle is challenging incumbent Donna Whitener. Those are the only 2 mayor candidates. For post 1, I think it's post 1. I better be clear and get my post confused here. But for 1 post, we have Harold Herndon. Harold Herndon was challenged by Jane Whaley, but the Supreme Court of the state of Georgia denied her the opportunity to present their case or to hear the case concerning a stay in post 1 for between her and Harold Herndon. So that will stand. Jane Whaley is not a candidate. For those of you that are concerned that the Blue Ridge election would have a stay put on it today and it would be in turmoil waiting the Supreme Court of Georgia, is not going to happen. They did not. Now, let me make sure we're clear on something, okay? The question came down to, I'm going to say there was 3 questions here that that was presented to the Supreme Court. I'm just going to box it into the intent of Whaley to live in the apartment, and then the 2 major questions, residence and domicile. Okay, that's the 2 major questions. Residence, is Georgia a resident state or domicile state? And that was the question that the Supreme Court did not take up. So I want to be clear that the Supreme Court did not rule against the petition. They did not rule against it. They ruled not to hear it or grant the stay. Okay? So you can't go around. You got to be careful, because you can't go around and say that the Supreme Court answered the question that Barbie Gerald said that she's not qualified. She is the election superintendent of Blue Ridge. You can't go around and say that the Supreme Court answered that. You can't go around and say that David Siphon prevailed. And don't get me wrong, because yes, it is it could be considered a win by the city, a win by David Siphon, the city attorney, that Barbie Gerald was correct in her ruling, and Judge Wingard. So we understand that. Wingard did not see on a Friday night 3 weeks ago enough evidence to show him that he should overturn it, and the Georgia Supreme Court decided that they were not going to hear it or grant the stay. So you just got to understand, it's not that they denied her based on the case. So that being said, Harold Herndon runs unopposed. Jane Whaley is not on the ballot, cannot have votes, and we'll move on. The next one will be Ken Gaddis and Angie Arp. We have that today if you go in. Angie Arp is the incumbent, 4 years on the council. We've had 4 years of video that members have been able to watch. Voters, every voter in the city has been able to watch and decide for themselves. we've had some, I'll call it some fun here on the show, and we've done some stories and so on and so forth, but we actually had everything you needed. That's our goal here, to make your decision. So every voter could have sit at their computer and watched almost every council meeting all the way through the 4 years and make their own decision on whether they want Councilwoman Angie Arp back in or not. But Councilwoman Angie Arp is running against the incumbent Ken Gaddis. Ken Gaddis is a plumber in Blue Ridge, from Blue Ridge, moved away for a while, came back. Gaddis, probably the biggest connection he has made is most citizens in Blue Ridge, the residents there, strongly feel there has to be something with infrastructure done. The roads, the sewers, storm sewers, water, and he may be there at the right time, right place at the right time, with a big issue the voters really want answered, and he may have the knowledge that they want. So that'll be up to voters, obviously. You have Angie Arp and Ken Gaddis. Moving right along, you have Robbie Cornelius and Mike Jacobs. I did not see Mike Jacobs' campaign. I don't know if he went door to door. Robbie's very well known. So those two you have to choose from, Robbie Cornelius. And then you have Nathan Fitz and David Stewart. David Stewart, there's a current challenge that has not, don't have a clear answer from the state, but on David Stewart and Brendan Doyle on their residents. But David Stewart is the opponent against Nathan Fitz. So that's another post. Fitz against Stewart. Fitz has campaigned very hard, door to door, you name it, ads on Fetcher News, ads in publication, ads in billboards, website. Regardless, he has done about everything you can possibly do. Stewart, I don't know if he's gone door to door and really what his campaign existed of, but that is the post you have there. And then last but not least is Angelina Powell. The most contested race in Blue Ridge this season has been Angelina Powell versus Rhonda Thomas. And Rhonda Thomas is an incumbent, two-time incumbent. This would be her third term. And she has run maybe a campaign with issues, but maybe she feels, according to her in the votes, that she did not have an opportunity in the last 4 years to address the issues of the citizens based on the voting makeup. Angie Arp, Bruce Pack, and Rodney Kendall voted the majority of the time. I'm going to use a number, don't quote it, somebody might find it wrong out there, but 99% of the time they voted in line together. Bruce Pack and Rodney Kendall have chose not to run for re-election. So those three have had the voting block for the city for 4 years. That's one of the things that some of the incumbents have been saying throughout the campaign is, hey, there's been a voting block. It's right there. You can look at it. See, that's not our opinion this morning. That's not our opinion. That's just something you can look at, the voting block that has been there for 4 years. You can make that decision. So Angelina Powell is not an incumbent. She's a business owner. The number one thing is I could hear her saying is she's a new voice, but and that she believes in term limits, but she is opposing Rhonda Thomas. That is where the most contested race today that I feel is going to take place is Angelina Powell and Rhonda Thomas. So that is everybody from the mayor, all 5 posts. The biggest thing I have asked, I put out an agenda a couple of weeks ago, but the biggest thing I asked this morning, no matter who wins, okay, regardless, split this up. Don't let this happen again. Immediately address the charter and change it to where 3 council positions in an off year, mayor and 2 other council positions in the opposite year, odd even. Because this stuff of the very last year of the council is all political. I'm not going to take a candidate out of it, okay? The last year of the council is 100% just political to me. To me, standing back there, I stand back there for 3 hours and I watch the council. I've done all the videos. I've paid attention. I don't have somebody in the room. You know it out there. I stay in the back of the room. I don't say anything. I just video it, come back and upload it. But what I've noticed is the very last 6 months has been a very political council, directly, not calling names out. And this election cycle has been just too far. It's just too much for the citizens to have to deal with. When you have a local election like Blue Ridge and the people that you run into, the first thing is they can't wait for it to be over. So whoever wins today, we wish you well. And one, split the election. 3 council positions, 2 council positions and mayor. Don't let this happen to your citizens again. I'm going to take a real brief break, and when we come back, we'll talk about Towns County, a little more about the Blue Ridge election, okay? President of the United States traveling abroad in Asia. And one more time, Sam. I mean, show me Hope Hicks one more time in the tuxedo. Just one more time. There you go. At a state dinner, Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, or whatever his name is, gave the visiting President Trump Monday night. White House Communication Director Hope Hicks ditched her usual dress for a tuxedo and bow tie. I think that's the next James Bond, Jamie Bond or whoever, all right? Take us a break, Sam.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff. Broken Bull, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing, is locally owned and operated. Our Simply Noel selection is the largest around. We have a great selection of unique clothing and several lines to choose from for men and women. We carry a beautiful variety of handmade jewelry from Blessed Be and others. All kinds of gifts, starting to carry shoes this fall as well. Come visit us on your next trip to Blue Ridge. We can't wait to meet you at Broken Bull, located in downtown Blue Ridge. Papa's Pizza to Go in downtown Blue Ridge is the best in the area all-you-can-eat buffet. Call ahead or order online now at papaspizzatogo.com. Use our convenient pickup window for the best in pizza, subs, wings, breadsticks, salads, and more. And be sure to check out our lively game room. We serve lunch and dinner, catering available, take out or dine in. Papa's Pizza to Go in Blue Ridge, proud sponsors of the Fannin County Rebels. The Tupelo Tea Mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
This is my hometown. I mean, most of my family lives here. Many of my friends live here now. I'm hoping my kids may come back and live here one day. They're both at college now. But a lot of people ask me, why are you wanting to get into the craziness of politics and running for council? And, you know, I started asking myself, at some point, you've got to give back to what has been good to you, and this has been a great industry and a great town to be in real estate in, and it's just my time to now give back to the community and help Blue Ridge for, you know, the next generation. I think those of us who have kids want to make things better for our kids, and I'm in that same boat. The day-to-day activity in the real estate business, unifying buyers and sellers, negotiating contracts, and at the end of the day, both parties feeling like they're happy and satisfied with the transaction is very similar, that you can relate it to any business or to the council. So one of my strong suits, in my opinion, is I am good at negotiating and compromising and bringing people together. So it's what I've been doing for 20 years, and I think the council needs that voice of reason that can bring people together, that leaves all the personal issues aside to just focus on what's best for Blue Ridge.
Hey, and we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I want to find on eBay, go into 1970. You ever see the movie Semi-Pro out there? I know you two over there, you didn't see the movie Semi-Pro, okay? But go into, somebody Google this for me while I'm doing this next segment. Google 1970 basketball sweatbands, red, white, and blue. See what you can come up with. Give me a price on those. I want to get some of those. I'm gonna bring that back, and then get me that in the tube socks. All right, see if you can find that. I'm bringing the whole look back. I mean, we're going back like Celtics, the Boston Celtics, 1972 or something like that. All right, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, the President of the United States, okay, the media cannot stand the foreign trip. You have to understand, the only place that plays into the media's narrative about Trump on the world stage is in Europe. That's it. It's the only place. And that's also a stretch. But when the president went to Saudi Arabia and when the president went to Israel earlier in the year, when the president made his Middle East trip, on the world stage, the media could not stand it. He went over there, President of the United States, was presidential. They cannot stand that he's presidential. And they can't take they don't like having to show the pictures of the, I guess, fanfare or the pomp and circumstance or whatever it's called in Saudi Arabia when they Saudi Arabia and the way he's treated. They don't like the way he went to the Wailing Wall. They just tried everything to tear that trip down. Now he is he's got a friend in Japan. They can't stand this. Put Trump and Shinzo up. Okay? And this is President Donald Trump and President Shinzo Abe, I forget. I don't know how you pronounce Japanese, vowel sounds. I don't know. What the hell? But yeah, this is Shinzo over there. They're playing golf. Did business on the golf course. They like each other. Shinzo says he supports the president 100%. They just finished a round of golf. They have hats that say Trump and Shinzo, make alliance great again, or greater. Make our alliance greater or something. I forget what the hat says. Okay? They can't stand that. All right? Now they're looking for something. Make alliance even greater. That's what the hat says. After a round of golf. The guy was treated well in Japan. They like him in Japan. Okay? The media will attempt to do everything to bring out negative against your president of the United States. But they know. The president said himself, look at where all of the soft talk, diplomacy, look at what the last 25 years has given this area. This area absolutely loves President Trump. That's my opinion. Now, I don't care how left and liberal South Korea new President Moon is. Put up president and he's in South Korea, Moon. Is it? Okay, that's president of South Korea. Don't care. You have Indonesia, you have the Philippines, you have Vietnam, you have South Korea, you have Japan, all right? They have felt in Asia, the South Asian Sea there, they have felt abandoned for quite some time, whether you believe it or not. They have. They felt that our focus was in regime change in Iraq and Pakistan, right? Afghanistan. They see the world focused in on Syria. They noticed the world focused in on Libya after Hillary Clinton there. And they think we're just focused in on climate change in Paris, okay? The Japanese and Indonesia and the Philippines, and I'm telling you, South Korea and Vietnam, they think, well, you know what, they're just focused in on the Paris climate change. And they're like, where are you guys at? For 25 years, this guy to the north and his dad have put a nuclear arsenal together. They have a nuclear weapons program. We've gone through Kerry, we've gone through Clinton, we've gone through Madeleine Albright, we've gone through Colin Powell, George W. Bush, you name it. We've gone through everything over here basically since World War II with North Korea. And where are you people at? Because, see, we have an alliance agreement with Japan. I mean, it's amazing if you did one of those jaywalks. Remember when Jay used to go out and ask questions? How many Americans don't realize that we have a defense agreement with South Korea and Japan? You are to defend them against aggression. So they support Donald Trump, the President of the United States. Trump is in Seoul, South Korea, just miles from the little whack job Kim Jong whatever up there in North Korea. He's just miles away, okay? And you know, he has the respect in Asia, and he's going to take what he finds out from Japan, South Korea. He's going to China. And you know, I remember being young, and I'll just say it like that. I remember being young, we'll leave it there, and Nixon going to China. I remember the big deal it was when Nixon went to China, okay? This was an enormous day, big day for the United States of America when Nixon went to China. Now, Trump will come home from Asia, and we are going to be okay. And they're caught off guard that he's being diplomatic with North Korea. They're caught off guard. You know, look, we're telling the guy, I'm over here talking. I've got their full support. Got Japan's support. Do what you got to do, Mr. President. I've got South Korea's support. Do what you got to do. Watch and see. Now, tell you he's going to walk away from China with some kind of deal. Now, I feel China will be his Reykjavik. I hope he's able to do something. But if Trump has to get up and walk away from the table, he will. He doesn't care where he's at. He doesn't care who he's talking to. And he's diplomatic. For the media folks, the media is the one that has done everything they can to try to turn you against this man. Everything. They know how. They've not missed a move. trying to turn you against the President of the United States, the media. The media wants you to believe that the world stage is nervous about President Trump having his finger on the nuclear weapons. They are not nervous about it. They are not upset. NATO is funded now where it was not in the past, and it's not from you. NATO is funded, it's stronger than ever, and it's not because of you, it's the American taxpayer. It's because President Trump had the nerve to stand on the stage of NATO and say, hey, you got to pay your fair share. The world went crazy. The media went crazy. The media world went crazy. He's doing the same thing in Asia, all right? He is taking things to task. He's making it happen. And I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to meet with Putin, and I am okay with that. All the media is going to go nuts how he's meeting with Vladimir Putin. They're going to want to know every word that's said. But let me tell you, everything Donald Trump is doing, if the collusion was there and the fix was in and everything was the way the media would portray or lead you to believe that was happening, okay? Putin would be happy. And no matter what you think, Putin is not happy with what Trump's doing. I'm going to go through my articles here. I'm going to come back because I got a couple of them on Saudi Arabia. I've got a couple on Saudi Arabia I want to talk about, and then also a couple on Trump over in Asia. So we're going to take a brief break. I'll be right back. Towns County. Carter Page testimony is filled with bombshells that support key positions of the Steele dossier. That's what you're being told today. Carter Page, he sit there and he says, I don't know, maybe I got an email. Maybe I sent an email. I get a lot of emails. Yeah, one could have been from Russia. Folks, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to explain a little deeper on what's going on that side of the aisle versus Hillary Clinton when we come back. Take us a break, Sam.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
When I think about our day and the time we've spent together and going to sit down at a couple of your business, everything you do surrounds this city. Live, eat, sleep, work, it surrounds the city of Blue Ridge.
It does. I actually always say this is a live, work, play lifestyle in downtown Blue Ridge.
What are some of the things, if you're sitting out here, you think about as issues if elected city council member?
Well, first of all, if I could tell you all the things I thought about on this porch, I would go on for days. This is a great thinking porch, but you know, I think to put things into perspective, this is the surface view that everybody sees of Blue Ridge, and you know, our residents, the people who come and visit Blue Ridge. But the thing that, you know, has me most concerned and that we really need to focus on are the things that are not surface view, the things that are underground. We've got a lot of issues with our sewer system right now. We have the new water plant in the city of Blue Ridge, which is great. Payments are going to have to start on it soon, but we really need to update and repair our infrastructure. We've got a lot of flooding going on in downtown Blue Ridge, which I know a lot of people are concerned about. So, you know, Blue Ridge today is beautiful as people walk by. So there's a lot of things in the city as far as the infrastructure, planning, zoning, issues like that, that if we're going to keep Blue Ridge the wonderful place that it is, that we've really got to focus on over the next few years.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia: Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Last night, went over to Murphy, North Carolina. I enjoyed going over there to the Murphy, North Carolina, Cherokee County Commissioners meeting. Okay, Cherokee County Commissioners meeting, went over there last night. We have put some things in place in Cherokee County, North Carolina. Just want to let you know you can find Cherokee County at the top of our website there, and want you to go there, check out what we got going on. I went to that commissioners meeting last night. I really enjoyed that. We have a governor's race in New Jersey. Wondering how the media in New Jersey with Bob Menendez, that's the New Jersey governor. This is Gudangano versus Murphy. I don't know. That one's a rough one. 53-41. Murphy has a 12-point advantage. New Jersey is a very red state, so we'll see what we have there. But Gillespie, like I said, and Ralph. What's Ralph's last name on that picture? I know Northam. All right, and yes, I'm having my internet again. I think my internet's okay. But my internet's okay, but I have 20 tabs open, so I'm trying to clear those up as we go through here. Hiawassee Mayor and their election tonight. Robin will be there. So you can find your Hiawassee results on Towns County, FetcherNews.com, Towns County. You can find those tonight. All right. Also, Dawsonville, there's a race there, and Dawsonville City Council, Bill will be over there. You can find those results tonight. There's a Jasper City Council race today. You also have Dahlonega You have Dahlonega, you have Helen, the city of Helen race today. So those you can keep up with on FetcherNews.com. We'll be inquiring all day long to get information to put up on those. And let's go to Wilbur Ross. Now, Wilbur Ross is economic advisor to the president there. Wilbur Ross, another billionaire, isn't he a billionaire? He's got his Make America Great hat on. Without going into too much detail on Wilbur Ross, they found that he was doing business with a these are foreign countries, companies, that I think this company is currently under sanctions, Ross claims that when he did business with this company, it was not under sanctions then when he started doing business, or when he left or completed his business with this company, it was not under sanctions. Carter Page. Carter Page has been interviewed. He last week the House committee testimony, and Carter Page is out there, and Carter, there's emails that he received. He has been to Russia. He has given several speeches in Russia. He has done a lot of business. He has filed all of his paperwork to do business in foreign countries. But Carter Page, these are two people they feel are another set of smoking guns closer to the president, Wilbur Ross, and now Carter Page. Well, Carter Page is all over the board with his answers. You cannot pin him down on direct answers. He's all over the board. Folks, in the past, the only difference here, all right, and I'm not saying these people did anything wrong, but the real difference here is the Clintons, the Obamas, George W. Bush, the establishment knew very well how to scam everyone and make sure nothing was looked into. If you will sit here today and you will hear Paul Manafort, maybe he did some greaseball stuff, right? You hear Paul Manafort, Papadopoulos, all right? You hear Wilbur Ross, and then you hear Carter Page, and then you hear there may be enough to indict Kushner, and then you hear Michael Flynn and Michael Flynn's son, Mikey Jr., Look, let me tell you something. Your State Department has not landed your plane in any country in the world, and your Secretary of State got off the plane and got back on with a bag full of cash. Period. Your State Department, your Department of Justice, they have done nothing. These people have done nothing anywhere close to what's going on in this country. Even under George W. Bush, the corruption under Bill Clinton, the corruption under Barack Obama, nowhere close. These people are in every campaign. What I mean by that is, over in Obama's campaign, there was a Carter Page, Tony Podesta, the Podesta brothers, George Soros. Over in his campaign, Obama's, there was a Carter Page, there was a Wilbur Ross, there was one of these people. Every one that they have pinned for Trump was over in Obama's, and all these presidents. But it's only Donald Trump that they have to destroy and take down. So I'm telling you right now, why are they not talking about the Donna Brazile book? Why are they not talking about, did you hear the comment that Brazile said on a conference call with I guess she was meeting some resistance and she was getting tired of the Hillary Clinton campaign. So she said to the Hillary Clinton campaign on a conference call, let's see who has the biggest, and let's just put it on the table, and I bet you I win. Just saying, okay? So I'm telling you right now, Carter Page, Wilbur Ross, these people, I wish my internet would run like it should. These people, the case of Wilbur Ross, Phantom $2 billion. This is what's coming out in Forbes magazine this morning. The story appears the story appears in the December 12th issue for Forbes magazine. Please, come on, internet. Fresh off a tour through Thailand, Laos, and China, United States Secretary of Commerce, Wilbur Ross Jr. picked up the phone on a Sunday afternoon in October to discuss something deeply personal: how much money he had. A year earlier, Forbes had listed his net worth at $2.9 billion on Forbes 400. A number Ross claimed was far too low. He maintained he's closer to $3.7 billion, this guy is. Now, after examining the financial disclosure forms he filed after his nomination to President Donald Trump's cabinet, which shows less than $700 million in assets, Forbes was intent on removing him entirely. All right? Ross protected, citing trust of his family that he said he did not have to disclose in federal filing. You're apparently not counting those, which are more than $2 billion, he said when asked for the documentation. The 79-year-old, citing privacy issues. These people are billionaires. Wilbur Ross did company with, you look at Podesta, I don't even want to go on Tony Podesta. You look at every time your State Department plane landed, how much money Uma Abedin and all of them raked in for the Clinton Foundation. Nothing to talk about. I've got to wrap up the show. It's 9:30. I got a couple things that I got to set up to make sure the internet's running properly and I can get to it. So, Sam, let's take a quick break.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Dave Chevrolet in Jasper is dropping the hammer. Over $11,000 off MSRP on new Silverados. Just look what we've done to the price on this new LT Crew Cab. Save over $11,000 and pay just $32,500. And Dave Chevy is dropping the hammer in a big way on all new Chevy Malibus. Save over $6,500 and pay just $17,900. The savings are real and they're big at Dave Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Dave Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
All I do is win,
Hey, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Folks, tonight will be our final football show of the year, our final show. We will probably try to get together with Coach Chris Parker next week. We'll try to do one more show with the Pickens Dragons, considering they're going to postseason. But tonight at 7 o'clock, we will be at Circuit World. Over here in East Ellijay for the Gilmer Bobcats Turf Talk. I know some of you out there may have asked or sent us a message. We did a senior night up in Union County for the Panthers. We did a senior night. We had a senior night show in Union County for the Panthers, a senior night in Pickens County for the Dragons, a senior night in Fannin for the Rebels. We will have a senior night tonight to highlight the young men of the Gilmer Bobcats. So that's tonight at 7. We stream that live on Facebook. You can find our on-demand. Now, let me be clear so I'm not too confusing. You can go to fetchernews.com. No, you can go to fyntv.com. fyntv.com. That's where you can watch the show. Also, we have an on-demand button there. Also, you can see what's coming up next. So anytime we're live, you can see it'll post what's next. But we have an on-demand where you can watch anything if you've missed it here. The show tonight, Gilmer Bobcats, will be 7 o'clock, Turf Talk, on Team FYN Sports Facebook page. So go like our Team FYN Sports Facebook page. We'll be streaming that live. Again, before we wrap up, we only got 20 minutes here. We will be following the Pickens Dragons as they take on Cartersville Friday night. We'll be on the sideline for that one. I asked you to find me, and I don't know what we've come up with. No, I did not make a bet with anybody to cut my hair. So that's just the bottom line. There's no bet on the table. No bet if somebody wins, do I cut my hair. I will let Ken, Mr. Gaddis, continue to think that all day. I will let Sam think that all day. I will let Rose think that all day, and you. But you have a picture of my headband that I'm going to order.
Okay, so here's the first one. This is the old school look.
There you go. There you go.
Here's the second one. This is the original, the Harlem Globetrotters. But this is your new Halloween costume for next year. You ready?
So that's my Halloween costume for next year?
Yeah, that's what we're going to dress you up as next year.
Got it. Okay.
Especially if you don't cut your hair.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. Tube sock. Go to the old school NBA one for me. I love it. I love it. I love it. Tube socks, baby, and a headband. Okay. I'm sorry. You don't have to like it, but you know when your mama brought you home the 6-pack pair of tube socks that were this long, right? All right. Yeah. Okay. And you and your brother got in a fight over the colors. Anyhow, all right. That's where we're going, man. We're going headband, tube socks. We're going 70s basketball, okay? Your president of the United States is over in South Korea, and he's going to China, and he has visited Japan, and he's going to meet with Vladimir Putin, and everything's okay. I'm here to report everything's okay. We have a shooter in Texas that has a mental problem. In fact, he's crazy as hell. I mean, that's what we used to say. You know, somebody crazy as hell. He's we're not supposed to diagnose on this show, but this crazy ass guy in Texas has a mental problem. We're finding that he slipped through the cracks, I guess, on something the Navy. I guess it was in the Navy that they did not. Air Force, thank you. In the Air Force that they did not report. Oh my God, Sam's correcting me here. Whoa, okay, he's in the Air Force that they did not report, which allowed him to get a weapon. Sad, he domestic violence, One report says he fractured or damaged the skull of his son. I mean, this guy's crazy as can be. Here's what I want you to do. You're going to yell no comparison. You're going to get upset. But I want you to watch how the media handles this versus the Vegas massacre. What's the difference in how it gets handled? Watch this one. All right? Sad to say, I think that, now don't take this, don't get upset with me. Supposedly ex-mother-in-law went to this church. This guy preached atheism. He was an atheist. Pretty to the left on his social media. So we'll see what happens with this guy in Texas. How does the media handle this versus the Vegas massacre? That's timeline. The story's changed three or four different times. A couple other things we got going on here at FetcherNews.com. We want to tell you, because I sometimes I don't announce this stuff, and I need to make sure. When is this giveaway by the end of the week, a basket? We've never talked about the basket.
So the giveaway date is going to be November 13th. That's a Monday. We're going to do the drawing and announce it by noon that day. And all you have to do to enter to win is...
Can we get a copy? Wait a minute. Just slow down. Back up. Pump the brakes. Put it in rewind. Can we get a picture of the basket? Number one, why the hell won't we have the basket ready? Two, why don't we have the list?
Let's be sassy real fast.
Yes. Why don't we have a list of everybody in the basket? 3, how come I got to remember to tell everybody about the basket? Why? So can we get back to that? We got a picture of the basket?
We're working on it.
All right. So, Rose, you want to try again?
Okay. So, to enter to win the basket, what you have to do is visit our Facebook page, Fetch Your News. And from there, you'll find the post. It's pinned to the top. And all you have to do is share the post to your friends. Comment below, it's fall, y'all. And like our page.
Okay, that's the basket, folks. I had to remember this. We got a full staff here. But no, I had to remember this. Boy, I'm in trouble, right, Rose?
Okay, so what's in the basket is a $50 gift certificate for a meal at River Street Tavern, a $25 credit towards boarding or grooming from Benji and Friends, 1 free oil change from Schottenkirk Ford in Jasper, 2 free scoops of ice cream from Moo Bears Ice Cream and Hot Dogs, 2 free movie tickets from Easttown Cinemas, 2 tickets for wine tasting at Cartacay Vineyards, and a beautiful basket with delicious apples and a jar of apple butter from Aaron's Family Orchards.
Didn't you tell me the other day that the value of that basket is like $200 plus or something like that?
Correct.
So that's a $200 prize that we didn't tell anybody about.
We've been telling all kinds of people on Facebook. Just because you didn't mention it doesn't mean it didn't get mentioned. Okay,
but you go to our Facebook page, folks, Fetch Your News Facebook page. That basket up there, River Street Tavern, Schottenkirk Ford. I mean, you roll down to Schottenkirk Ford, here's how this works. You go down to Schottenkirk Ford, you get the oil change. Then you take your sweetheart over to River Street Tavern for a $50 dinner. Then after that, you go drinking at Cartacay Vineyards, okay? If you're still hungry, you can have apple butter at the house later as you're watching a movie at the cinema. Did I get that about right? Did you like that?
And don't forget you take your pet to Benji and Friends.
Yeah, well, you drop the pet off. They're getting the shampoo, to work, getting the knots out of the, everything like that. So then you pick up Princess and you go home and eat apple butter. That Princess is your pup. Fetch Your News Facebook page. You got to hit like on the Facebook page. You need to share it. And we're going to pick the winner when?
And you have to comment, it's fall, y'all.
It's fall, you all. And when are we picking the winner?
November 13th.
That's Monday, folks. So that's one thing we have going on. Second, don't forget, tonight, go to FetcherNews.com for all your election results. We'll have somebody in Hiawassee, Dawsonville, Blue Ridge, all your election results tonight. And also, we're launching a new sports show. Now think over there, ladies. Is there anything that I'm forgetting that I need to make an announcement on? Rose has got that. Okay. Finding that graphics. Also, we're getting ready to start this year. Jason Banks, the director of Team FYN Sports, wants to start a sports show. So if you're out there and you want to, it's going to be a North Georgia sports show. It's going to cover everything. It's going to be 1 hour a week. We're going to do from pro to college, where our main focus will be North Georgia and the counties we cover, from basketball to wrestling and any other winter sports that are taking place. That's Jason Banks. We're getting ready. You're going to see that on Facebook. We're getting ready to blast that out. If you would like to sponsor our sports show, if you would like to be on the sports show, I mean, we have a group, nothing better. And I really get upset when everybody thinks, well, we're looking for guys for a sports show. No, okay? Some of the best arguments I've had in sports are with women, and they usually win, right? So anybody out there that would like to be on the sports show, be a part of the sports show, we're going to have coaches, we're going to have interviews, we're going right through the winter. We do the 4, but we condensing down to a 1 hour once a week North Georgia sports show. Jason Banks, get in touch with us. Info, just say, I want to be involved with the sports show, okay? You want to sponsor our sports show, we're looking for sponsors and so forth. And then we are looking for courtside. We're going from sideline to courtside. We need courtside reporters. Do you love basketball? Do you want to be on the courtside? Union and Gilmer right now? Is that who we're looking for? Okay, we're looking for Union and Gilmer County. Or if you're in, I'm going to throw in White, Dawson, Lumpkin, or Murray. We have not put those up, but we do cover those counties. If you're looking to do courtside reporting for your basketball team, let us know. You can send that to info, so we don't get too confusing here. You can send that to info@fetchernews.com. Say today you would like to be a part of Team FYN Sports. Fetch Force, do you have the logo? I mean, we should be putting that up. I mean, I know we're just rolling some stuff here, but this is good stuff. We created, you remember the meeting I told all of you viewers that they did not invite me to? Well, at that meeting, they created Fetch Force. So if you join Fetch Force, that's Team FYN Sports Reporters Group. If you join Fetch Force, you get, what is that right there? Is that the Player of the Week? Sponsors for the Player of the Week. We're getting ready because we're going to be right here around Thanksgiving. We have a holiday tip-off tournament, and then we go right into the regular season of basketball, men and women. We're going to call it men and women. It's not boys and girls. I go and watch. These are men and women's basketball, high school basketball, going right into that. So if you would like to be, you get a sweatshirt. I think I had mine on the other day. I don't remember. It says Fetch Force. So we get a Fetch Force sweatshirt. Be on the court side and get in touch with us today for your team. Am I forgetting anything? Because I've got 10 minutes here. Am I forgetting anything I should remind anybody of? Okay, we pretty much got it covered. FetcherNews.com. Brief break, and we'll be right back to close up the show. Take us a break, Sam.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff. Broken Bull, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing, is locally owned and operated. Our Simply Noel selection is the largest around. We have a great selection of unique clothing and several lines to choose from for men and women. We carry a beautiful variety of handmade jewelry from Blessed Be and others. All kinds of gifts, starting to carry shoes this fall as well. Come visit us on your next trip to Blue Ridge. We can't wait to meet you at Broken Bull, located in downtown Blue Ridge. Papa's Pizza to Go in downtown Blue Ridge is the best in the area all-you-can-eat buffet. Call ahead or order online now at papaspizzatogo.com. Use our convenient pickup window for the best in pizza, subs, wings, breadsticks, salads, and more. And be sure to check out our lively game room. We serve lunch and dinner, catering available, take out or dine in. Papa's Pizza to Go in Blue Ridge, proud sponsors of the Fannin County Rebels. The Tupelo Tea Mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
This is my hometown. I mean, most of my family lives here. Many of my friends live here now. I'm hoping my kids may come back and live here one day. They're both at college now. But a lot of people ask me, why are you wanting to get into the craziness of politics and running for council? And, you know, I started asking myself, at some point, you've got to give back to what has been good to you, and this has been a great industry and a great town to be in real estate in, and it's just my time to now give back to the community and help Blue Ridge for, you know, the next generation. I think those of us who have kids want to make things better for our kids, and I'm in that same boat. The day-to-day activity in the real estate business, you know, unifying buyers and sellers, negotiating contracts, and at the end of the day, both parties feeling like they're happy and satisfied with the transaction is very similar, that you can relate it to any business or, you know, to the council. So one of my strong suits, in my opinion, is I am good at negotiating and compromising and bringing people together. So it's what I've been doing for 20 years, and I think the council needs that voice of reason that can bring people together, that, you know, leaves all the personal issues aside to just focus on what's best for Blue Ridge.
Hey, we're back. We only got 5 minutes here. We appreciate you sticking with us this Tuesday morning. How how are you doing with the time change? I have to tell you, I've got to. How long does it take you to adjust? I'm your host, BKP. You can always get in touch with us if there's anything going around North Georgia, going on in the North Georgia area. You want to get involved with FetcherNews.com. You can always find us at chief@FetcherNews.com there. You can email me there. You can text 706-889-9700. Follow us on Twitter at Fetcher News, at FYN-TV, our sports department at Team FYN Sports. My question to you is, how are you doing with the time change? Now, I went over to Cherokee County, North Carolina last night to Board of Commissioner meeting, all right? And our reporter with FetcherNews.com, the meeting started at 6:30, basically was over at 7:30. I'm going to say home at 8:15, timeline here. It's like, where were you at, Mr. Pritchard? 8:15, and then, said, hey, at 9 o'clock, I'm out of here because it feels like 11. How are you doing on the time change? I think it's going to take all week. We were talking about it during the break. I don't know if it's going to take all week or 2 weeks for me to get this adjusted for the time. Folks, voting today, please go. If you're registered to vote, now, I'm not going to predict the candidates. Some of you that know, I have made predictions, but if there was just one vote today because of a prediction, it wouldn't be correct to do that or the right thing to do. But I do have some predictions on the Blue Ridge City Council that I would like to give at this time. One is, remember the last time the election 4 years ago? They did not go into that dark night quietly. So I feel after tonight, win or lose, no matter how, it's no matter how you play the game, it's whether you win or lose. No matter what happens tonight, when the Blue Ridge election is over, I'm going to step out and say that there'll be challenges. I'm going to step out and say that the residents of some of the voters, God forbid one of these elections comes down to 10 votes, all right? But I think if you're looking for this election to be over tonight with no controversy and everybody shake hands and welcome the next administration, whoever they may be, well, to do the best by the citizens, I think you're mistaken. All right? Now, jokingly, Blue Ridge City election results, the people that do not prevail, it will probably look almost like the people that cannot get over that Hillary Clinton lost. So if you think tonight, when the polls close at 7 in Blue Ridge, and you think tonight that the losers are going to shake hands, wish everybody well, and go home, I don't see it. I don't see it. I think it could be as equal. Now, I think they should, win or lose, no matter who it is, they should support the people and try to do what's best for the city as they have promised during their campaigns, all of them. No, I don't think so. But the best part about it is we'll be ready here at Fetcher News. We'll have our team ready every council meeting. And somebody said to me one day, if this person or this person gets in opposing this person and this person, then they will just run through and do whatever they want, and you won't say a word. Let me look at you right now and tell you something. No matter who the makeup is tomorrow morning for mayor and city council at Blue Ridge, the focus of this company will not change, has not changed, will never change. We'll only be here for the citizens, period. We'll only be here for the taxpayers, period. And no matter what names sit on that council, you better do what you promised. You better do what's right by the citizens of Blue Ridge, because we're going to be in the back of the room with the camera running. It may not be the same people in the chairs, but we'll have the same camera in the same place for people to find the video. And we will call anything out that's been promised that they don't follow through on, that the voters request tonight. See, that's what the voters are doing. They're going to go over and make a decision of who gets their chairs on the council and for the mayor, that they decide, none of us. I'm your host, BKP. We'll be back tomorrow morning with results. Here we'll have a results show, but at the same time tonight, all of our reporters will be all over the place getting results all over North Georgia. Team FYN Sports, Gilmer Bobcat Turf Talk at 7 o'clock. We're out.